Hey guys, Miss Tate here. So all the problems we're going to look at today and tomorrow are going to be these multi-step problems. We've been using strip diagrams to help us figure them out, and we're going to start to use equations. But since they are multi-step problems, we're going to have to work on our problem-solving skills to kind of figure out what we need to do to solve each problem. So to help us with that, we're going to review a strategy, a problem-solving strategy that you probably learned in third grade and second grade, and we're going to review it now to help us kind of make a plan for our multi-step word problems. So the strategy is UPS check. I wonder how many of you have heard of that before. So UPS check. So that stands for, the U stands for understand. We're going to ask ourselves, okay, what is the problem asking us? We're going to read the problem at least twice. We're going to try to just understand the words of the problem, and we're going to try to finish the following sentence stem. I need to find blank, right? What's the question asking us to find? And what is the important information in the text that we are reading or listening to? Then we move on to plan. Okay, think about how to solve the problem. Select a strategy. What tools are you going to need? Read the problem again. Kind of, we'll set out a plan. Okay, first I would do this, then I would do this, then I would do this. We're going to make a plan. Then it's time to solve that plan. We're going to solve the problem by carrying out what we had plans to do. Go back to reread the problem if you need to, and then we'll check. Check says, look back. Does the answer that I got, did I follow the plan? Is it reasonable? Does it make sense? Does it answer what the question I was asking? I need to find blank. Let's check, did I find that in the story? If it is different, then we need to go back and see maybe where we made a mistake. Okay, so this is what you guys have probably heard before, but we're going to focus on using this with some of these word problems to help us make a plan and actually execute what we're trying to do. All right, so let's try to use this UPS check strategy with a problem. I'm going to use an index card just so I have room to write. If you have room in your textbook, you can, but like this problem right here is what we're going to try first, and there's not a ton of room, so you can grab an index card, you can grab a sheet of notebook paper, but you're going to do something, and I'm just going to go UPS check, and we're going to kind of write down some of these notes. All right, so let's look at the U. The U says understand what the problem is asking. Read the problem at least twice. All right, let's put it into practice. Let's read this problem twice. It says, Tammy buys 3 bags of lollipops with 12 lollipops in each bag. She also buys 4 bags of gum with 3 pieces in each bag. How many lollipops and pieces of gum does Tammy have? Let's read it again. This time I'm going to kind of underline the important information. Tammy buys 3 bags of lollipops with 12 in each bag. She also buys 4 bags of gum with 11 in each bag. Here's what the question is asking us. I'm going to circle it. How many lollipops and pieces of gum does Tammy have? I'm going to write down some of that important information in this U section. So I know she has 3 bags of lollipops, and there's 12 in each for that one. Then I know she also has 4 bags of gum, and there's 11 in each of those. And then the question is, how many total, right? How many total? How many lollipops and pieces of gum does Tammy have? We're looking for the total. All right, let's make a plan. I could draw a strip diagram to help me out. I could make some equations. I'm probably going to do a little bit of both. So 3 bags of gum. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 bags of gum, and there's 12 in each, so I'm going to put 12, 12, 12. And then 3 bags of lollipops, and 12 in each, right? And then 4 bags of gum, and there is 11 in each of these. What we're looking for, right, is the total. We don't have the total. That's what we're looking for. So how would we solve this problem? What would be a plan? There's a couple of different plans we could do, right? I could sit here and add them all up as a plan. For me, though, I'm going to probably group them. So I could do 12 plus 12 plus 12. An easier way, I would do probably 12 times 3 and get, I'm going to put an L for lollipops. And then for the gum, right, how could we solve for the gum? I would probably do 11 times 4, or you could do 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11. And that would give me the gum. And then what is going to be the last step? Once I know this part and I know this part, what would I do with those two answers after I'm finished? I'm going to need to add them together, right? So if I add up all the lollipops plus all the gum, it should give me a total. And that's what I should be looking for. And again, I'm looking for how many does she have total? I think this is how I can solve it, all right? Let's go ahead and carry out the plan and see if I am able to do this correctly. All right, so I'm going to use the multiplication. So let's do 12 times 3 first. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. So this is 36 lollipops. Now let's do the gum. 11 times 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. We have 44 gum. So I know there's 36 lollipops and 44 gum. But they want to know again, how many lollipops and pieces of gum does Tammy have? So the last step is to do what with these two numbers? I'm going to need to add my 36 lollipops plus my 44 gum to get my total. 6 plus 4 is 10. 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 1 more, which is 8. We should have 80 total. Let's check it. Does the answer follow the plan? Yes. Is the answer reasonable? 80 pieces of candy or 80 pieces of gum and lollipops? Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. It would be unreasonable if like it was 8 million, you know, when I started with such small numbers, or if my answer was 8, right? That's smaller than even the numbers I began with. But 80 sounds reasonable to me. And it says, state your answer in a complete sentence. So Tammy has 80 pieces of gum and lollipops. And it followed the plan, and I was able to come up with a reasonable answer. All right, so we're going to try this again with some of these other problems and see if this UPS check strategy is able to help us make a plan and organize our thoughts as we get ready to solve these on our own. I do want to point out also, though, how much work we have to actually write down. Like these problems that we're going to be doing are not problems that you need to solve in your head, and you can't solve them in your head. Mr. Johnson and I are both going to be looking at paper to make sure you are writing your strategies down and actually trying to show your work and get your thoughts down on paper. Okay, let's look at some other ones.